Hey guys, so it's time for another monthly update. We're a little bit late, so sorry about that. But this is our official 1 year update. We have officially been in Ireland for right at a year now, so that's awesome. It's flown by. It's crazy how fast it's gone. So that being said, I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year's and all that. So we wanted to give a little bit of a kind of summary of what's happened in the last year, and then we'll do a little bit of an announcement at the end. Nothing too exciting, but just yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of a recap. So
I'm just gonna read from a list real quick. Just a very quick recap of what this past year has looked like. We kind of had to write everything down so we didn't forget anything. So starting with places we've been to Germany 3 times, Sweden once. We've been to Northern Ireland a couple times, business and holiday, so it's been fun. We got to know and work with awesome people from all over the world. Some who have been here for a short time, or some who work in the office with us every day for long term. We have learned how, and are still learning how, to live in another country here in Ireland. It's been a lot of fun, but definitely lots of challenges. We learned how to drive on the wrong side of the road and the wrong side of the car.
that's been fun.
Yeah, that was exciting. Learned a lot about Irish culture, and like we said, still learning. It's a cool country, and lots of really cool people here. We volunteer at the ISPCA here, which is the National Animal Shelter here in Ireland. It's only about a 30-minute drive for us. So we get to meet lots of Irish people. And
You've probably heard of the ASPCA, the American version of the SPCA. The I in ISPCA stands for Ireland. The first A in ASPCA stands for America. So all the videos with the sad puppies and the Sarah McLachlan singing in the background, we work for those people.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. We volunteer, we don't work.
Yeah, sorry.
So I work with the horses a little bit, and Daniel works with the puppies or the dogs, and it's dirty work, but it's a lot of fun. And the main reason we started was to meet people, because that proves to be kind of difficult here. So it's been really good. We also had some cultural experiences with cultures outside of Ireland. So we danced with a bunch of incredible Syrian immigrants at a Canadian Thanksgiving get-together. That was a lot of fun. I think a lot of you saw the video.
Sorry.
Of us dancing. That was fun. And we've just built a lot of lifelong friendships and relationships here that, we will hope to keep up with. We've worked with a lot of different youth groups, a couple different youth groups around the country in different churches. So, yeah, that's a very, very short recap this past year.
So that's kind of what we've done in our personal lives. That's been what's happened for the two of us in the last year. But as far as ministry, as far as the school program, the thing that we told you guys that we were involved in here, the whole thing we came here to do, I figured I would give you a bit of an update of what the last year's looked like for that. It's when I think through these numbers, it still blows me away. It's been really, really cool to be able to impact students' lives all over the country. We did programs in 6 different schools throughout the country. We did 3 church conferences in one on the West Coast, one in the middle of the country, and one on the East Coast. So we're literally totally spread out. We've done a total of 14 programs. So we were at 9 different places, but we did 14 programs. So we were at some of the schools multiple times. Generally, that wasn't with the same group of students. It was generally different year groups. So a school about an hour away from us, we've spoken with, or we've done programs with right at half of the entire school there. So that's been really exciting. In total, the number of students that we've worked with has been right at 970 students. It's actually probably a little bit more than that. It's probably right at 1,000 now in the last year. Most of those, I would say probably 95% of those, have never heard the gospel before. They've never heard that Jesus died to save them from their sins and that God loves them, and that salvation is by grace alone through faith alone. They've never heard that. So we're getting to travel the country and tell 1,000 students that God loves them. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. In that, for the first 8 months of our time here, for whatever reason, we never had the idea to offer Bibles in school programs. But one day I had the idea to bring a box of Bibles with us, and say, hey, if you want a Bible, we have some. Come and grab one at the end of the program. So since we've started doing that in the last four months or so, we've given out 32 Bibles to students who previously, many of them were scared to touch it. A lot of the students don't think you're allowed to touch the Bible, much less read it, much less own one of your own. So we've gotten to give those Bibles to students. I think we talked a lot with you guys about ways to make the ministry more effective. And what I had talked about doing was doing less schools more often. So getting into schools repeatedly, getting into the same school with the same students, trying to build relationships with them rather than just coming in and throwing information at them. We have officially started doing that in one school, which I know doesn't sound like much, but that's a huge step towards a new direction for the school programs here. There's one school that's about 3 hours away from where we live, that we go to once a month with the same students, the same teacher in her classroom. The last program we did with them, we watched 15 minutes of video about whether or not the resurrection actually happened. And then we sat and talked with them for about 45 minutes of, what do you guys think? Did the resurrection happen? If so, why does it matter? So we've been invited into that school to talk with these kids about why there's evil in the world, whether or not the resurrection happened, whether or not there's a God, or all of this is just random chance. A bunch of other topics. We're there, I think 8 times in total throughout this school year. We've already got one school that's interested in having us a recurring program there as well. We're not sure how often yet, but so things are happening. We've made progress towards what we've talked with so many of you guys about, to making this ministry more effective. So we're well on our way towards that, and it's been really cool to see it growing and seeing it just naturally flow. It's really been amazing to see the progress that by no means is of my own doing or of our doing or anything like that. It's absolutely been God just making this happen. It's been really cool. It's been a neat year for that.
So just another recap of some of the roles I've covered here over this last year of being here. When we first moved here, I worked with Daniel. I was doing the youth coordinator. But like we said before, there wasn't quite enough work in the day-to-day for us both to be busy. So I transferred into part-time hospitality and part-time finance, helping out in areas that desperately needed help. They needed somebody to step in until they can get somebody more permanent. So I was able to do that for a couple of months, and then starting at the beginning of this year, I am now a personnel officer, which basically that just means I help out with accepting new applications to come to OM Ireland, or sending Irish people out of Ireland who want to go into missions of some sort, which is few and far between. But there are a few, mainly from churches in Dublin, that are eager to go out, which is really cool to see. So that's really cool, getting to meet a lot of people from other OM fields who want to either come here or send there. So it's been really cool, and I'm loving the job so far, but it's definitely have a lot to learn, so it's exciting.
And just as far as an announcement, we don't want this to be too long of a video. We just kind of wanted to recap how cool of a year it's been, thanks to you guys. But just one announcement, we are going to be back in the States. We'll be landing February 9th. We'll be leaving March 5th. We're there for a church conference at my home church, the church I grew up at, Johnson Ferry. So if you guys have time during that, we still have some open slots. We've still got some time. It's going to be a really busy time for us. But if you guys would be interested in trying to meet up with us, shoot us a message, shoot us an email, somehow get in touch with us, and let us know. If you know our parents, get in touch with our parents and they can put you in touch with us, whatever. Whatever you need to do to get in touch with us. And we'd love to try and meet up with you guys to chat with you, see how you guys have been doing over the last year. And yeah, I think that's it. After it's going to be a crazy month for us. We're going to be in the States for February 9th through March 5th. Straight from leaving the States, we're not even coming back to Ireland. We're going straight to Germany for some meetings that we have there. And then the day after we get back to Ireland from Germany, a team from the States from Summit Church gets into town. And for the 2 weeks after that, we have a big St. Patrick's outreach that we'll be leading the Summit team for. So from February 9th to March 22nd, I think it is, we're going to be just flat out meeting people and doing stuff and running around. And it's going to be a crazy few months for us. So know that there's a chance videos may be late, videos may not happen. Just bear with us because it's going to be crazy. So be praying for us. I guess that's a big prayer point. We've got a lot going on in the next 2 months. So we'd love your prayers on that. And again, we would also love to see you. So let us know.
Praise real quick. We renewed our 1-year visa. So I think we told a few people that was going to be a little unsure. It's a long story, but basically the visa situation here has gotten complicated. So we were a little nervous, but everything went through fine. We got our 1-year visa renewed, so now we can stay here a second year. So that went well. So thank you for those who were praying.
Yeah. So that would definitely be a praise. A second prayer point. We've got another school program Tuesday. Today is Sunday, so it's in 2 days. We've been invited in to go teach the students about who Jesus was and how to pray. So it's just it blows me away that we get to do this. That's really the prayer points, I think. Thank you guys so much for your love and support and letters and emails and Christmas presents and just everything you guys have done for us. We really love you guys and we appreciate you. And we'd love for you to come over and visit us if you have time. So, we'll talk to you again sometime. Hopefully we'll be able to see you next month. So we'll see you soon and have a good day.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.